Hello, San Antonio and everybody around the world. This is Rita Hernandez, and welcome to Live on Air with Rita show here at Mi Familia at the Rim. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live on Air with Rita show. I'm very excited for this new segment that we're going to be doing for you all. We do have our very first guest, and Monica's here with us, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself and her amazing art.
Hi, my name is Monica de la Cruz, and I'm an artist located out of San Antonio. I started painting when I started traveling through Mexico. Mexico is my inspiration. I met the national dogs of Mexico that are known as Xoloscuincles.
Wow.
And then I traveled to Oaxaca. And when you start looking at my work, you see the colors of Mexico coming out. And that's really important to me because I take it over to Europe to show them the colors and the brightness and what we have in our culture. And then I bring their culture to us. So I want to mix them together.
Yes.
And so those are the things that inspired me. And I've been painting for a long time. And I tell you, it was the dogs. The dogs. I love the dogs. I love
see
them.
the theme here.
Yeah, this one particular, I'm having an art show this month. And this one particular is all about dogs. I do other things also. But yeah, dogs mean a lot to me.
Well, let's talk about this piece here. What inspired you? I see butterfly wings on there.
Yes, and so those are monarchs, which is the butterfly that goes to rest in Mexico, does that big trek. And the national dog of Mexico is a Xoloscuincle. So I wanted to bring them together because butterflies represent the soul in the Aztec culture. And the dogs are the guides in the underworld.
Okay.
And so when you go to the underworld, the dogs stand by the river and they help you guide. Yes. So I wanted that to be an interpretation of the spirit and the soul and the dogs that are very important.
Wow.
Very important.
Beautiful.
They have a huge mythology.
Wow. Well, I love that piece. Very, very colorful. Now let's check out this next one that we have here. Let's talk about this one.
So we call him Max Headroom because he's a dog I met and I rescued, and I was going to foster him, and then I fell in love with him. And he sits with me when I paint right at my feet. Like he's like my little spirit guide. He's my Velcro dog. I wanted to catch the colors of the alebrijes. If anybody saw the movie Coco, they saw all those colors. So I wanted to capture all these colors into, Max is an all black dog.
Wow.
So I wanted him to come out. And so I love this piece. It just means the world to me.
We have a bunny at our home. So we could probably do something like that with the bunny.
Yes. Any animal. I've done everything from goats. I sell internationally. So I've done goats and horses and you name it. I just love them all.
That would be a great gift item that I would love to give to my daughter. Her birthday is coming up soon.
I do that a lot.
That would be a perfect. So if anybody out there has any upcoming birthdays or celebrations, these make the perfect gift.
I also, and it's kind of sad, but a lot of time when animals die, they ask me to paint portraits of their animals. And I have some people that have, because it's a great way to remember them. Exactly. Without it being so sad.
Yes, that's beautiful as well. All right, let's go to your last piece that you have here.
So what I did here is I made it a Mexican traditional kind of nicho. And I gave him the spiritual position he gets. And of course I use the roses, which are part of the Virgen de Guadalupe. And these cactuses, nopales, which we love and we eat, also grow wild in Italy. Columbus took them there. And you go there, and the first thing I landed in southern Italy, I said, am I home? Is this Mexico? There's all this agave, la, la, la. So they eat them too.
Yes.
But we don't know they do, and they don't know we do. So I'm trying to cross the cultures with that.
There you go.
And so I started to make this when I was there. And again, they don't have the same colors we do. So I wanted to bring our colors because we're a very colorful people.
I love that. And a lot of great things that we're going to be sharing on here, even for myself, the education. I learn something new every single time. So when they're talking about their items or their pieces, how they make them, where they come from, and the culture, that is something that we're also wanting to share with you all. So how can they find you on social media, and what else do you have coming up as well?
So on social media, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook under Bright for Art, spelled BRITEFURART. And my website is brightfurart.com. So that's, it's a little tricky to spell it, but that's where you will see all the links. And I'm having a show this month at Casa Arte del Sol. I'm going to read you the address because I don't want to give you the wrong address. 1512 East Houston. I'll be a featured artist, but there will be another artist there, several artists. It's going to go on all month. Y'all should go see it. We invite you to come down.
So this is the perfect way for us to showcase all the great people that are here in San Antonio, from the small businesses, local artists, and more, here on Live on Air with Rita show. All right, everybody, thank you so much. We are back again, Live on Air with Rita, with your host, Rita Hernandez. And I have our next amazing guest here with us today, and it's the lovely Edna.
Thank you, Rita. Thank you for having me.
Of course, thank you for being here with us. And I'm just so excited because I love your art. I love your jewelry. And I want you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your art here today.
Well, I was born in Mexico, in Querétaro. Since 5 years ago, I was based in San Antonio. And what inspires me is the color. I love colors in all the shapes. As you can see, it's colors all around. Nothing is, never is enough. Yeah. Never is enough. So this is one of my pieces. Before I being a silversmith, I have been working for the past 10 years with stained glass. So, at home, we only have a certain amount of windows. So I decided to start making frames and with light and stained glass. So this one is, I'm trying to honor San Antonio City. What you can see here is the Alamo. You can relate this. On top is also the sky and part of the river walk. So what I try to reflect here is some iconic places in San Antonio. You can see the symbol of the pear, you can see the hemisphere, and the Tower of Las Americas. So this unfortunately is not light up, but it's light up. So
yes, that's another cool thing. She does, these do light up.
Yes.
And I've seen them lit up, so they look amazing. I testify, they're amazing and beautiful. So I know the inspiration behind all this is the city and the culture of San Antonio. Yeah. I love that you're able to customize art pieces with the stained glass. That is really, really interesting.
Sometimes even faces, what you have seen.
Wow.
We have an exhibition running also in the Mexican Culture Institute at the Hemisphere Park, and you can see some of my pieces with real faces done with solder.
Wow.
So you can join, you can see some of the faces.
So do not, hesitate. Stuff like this, these are very important pieces, and this is why we want to be able to showcase and highlight these local artists and all the different small businesses that we'll be featuring on the show. Is because they're handcrafted, they're artisan, the work that they're doing is truly amazing. So we want to let people know, hey, if they want to purchase this during our Inspired Shopping Network segment, this is the perfect time for you to say, I want this piece. All right, well, let's get to the next piece right over here.
My next step of my next adventure went into the silversmith. So I have a teacher from Albuquerque, Mr. Artafoya. He's guiding me. I really appreciate his help. And this is one of my favorite pieces because I'm also a very huge fan of Day of the Dead. So what inspires me is the moment I see a piece or a stone, always talk to me, and I want to transform. Yeah. Even a single plate can be a jewelry piece. So stones look like a plant. Can you see it? So for me, my interpretation of this is the plant is the origin of life. So as long as we get older, we can see the death, like the sugar skull. In the ancient Aztecs or indigenous people in Mexico, when you die, the Solos Quincles take your soul to the Mictlan. Take you to the next level of life. And when you come back, we have the hummingbird. So in many cultures, every time that you see a hummingbird, it's people related to souls to bringing you a good news, a message as a messengers. So this is a representation from the life. And then when you come back again to the
see, all the education that we get here, we learn something new every single time. And I love that you interpret and you explain, different pieces, because most places when people go to markets, they're just looking at the jewelry and they walk away. How much is this? Okay, great. But you're explaining, and that way everybody can get to know a little bit about the history of each piece that everybody creates or puts together. So I love that you do get to do that.
Yes, and this is one of my favorite days, the Day of the Dead. So that's why it's here. Wow. So in this case, is my representation of the Mother Earth. If you can see the stone. This is a opalized petrified wood. So you can see it's a kind of a brown. for me it represents the land, the search, and the blue part is the water, the oceans. And you see those some little birds, some flowers, and also hummingbirds around. So it's like it's the way that Mother Earth talks to us and express. And you can see here in the venue is full of art.
Yes.
So it's what I try. So my pieces can be also, it's like a wearable art. You can display in yourself, or you can display even in your living room, just to admiring, because some people don't want to wear it because it's
just so beautiful.
It's beautiful. Like, and let me tell you, if you wear one of my pieces, everybody's gonna ask you, what is it? Exactly. So it's not really meant for shy people, because the moment you wear this, people is gonna ask you about. Yes. And also this can be customized and have a piece that with a meaning for you.
Exactly. And I love that she, makes a note about that. You can actually put it in a case, or you have to be bold to wear something like that. So we'll see. Even my husband loved your pieces. So he was like, I think he told you, let me see if I can make some extra dollars to come buy you some more pieces. So I'll be wearing some of this pretty soon.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the next piece.
And the next piece, well, this is one of my first pieces. This is an offering. Okay. So for me, well, in Spanish we call ofrenda. When you see, for me, that the turquoise represents like kind of a heart, and it's with the two doves around and a flower. Okay. So this is a very important piece for me, because it's part of it's what you have inside. Mm-hmm. So you are offering what is inside of you. That's why I love this piece. This is ofrenda.
Wow, and I love your inspiration behind all your pieces. Now, you want to share anything that you're going to be doing upcoming, and also your social media, how people can get a hold of you?
Okay, yes. Along with Monica, we're having together a show in Casa del Arte del Sol. It's going to run for a month. Okay. Tomorrow, well, it's going to be the opening soon, but also we have a closing reception in case that you can get it tomorrow. And my Facebook page is Edna Lugo. You can find me on Facebook, Edna Lugo, and Edna Lugo Studio.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, and thank you all so much for tuning in to Live on Air with Rita. Welcome back to Live on Air with Rita, here at Mi Familia at the Rim. And I have the lovely Rosalind here with me, representing nonprofits of San Antonio.
Yes.
So Rosalind, thank you so much for being here. Girl,
my pleasure.
I love you, girl.
I love you too, Rita.
You're amazing. She's my rock. She's my inspiration. You're one of the big reasons why I'm continuing on in 2024 with Inspiration for Life and all the great things we're doing for the communities of San Antonio, Texas, and around the world. So,
amen.
You get a heart for that. Yeah. You get a heart for that. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself and your organization, It's Already Done Ministries.
Well, as Rita said, thank you, Rita. It's always an honor to be able to share a platform with you. My name is Rosalind Ryder. I am the CEO founder of It's Already Done Ministries. We received our nonprofit in 2019, doing a lot of things here in the community, but our focal point is now I say kids, just kids. We focus on aging out, foster care kids that are maybe they're, for whatever reason, they're no longer able to stay in the military. So we deal with discharged kids. We deal with kids that are couch surfing, kids that even two-parent homes, parents they're not sure what to do with their kids, And so we work on helping them transition to what we call their next. Mm-hmm. That could be going into the military. That could be going into Job Corps. We're connected to over 10 Job Corps, primarily up north, as well as here in the San Antonio area. Mm-hmm. And we're able to help get them the training they need, teach them how to drive, just work on their social skills, whatever they need to go to that next level. Yeah, and then some of them, they want to go to college, they don't know how. So we help them and we guide them in whatever the needs are.
I can call her like at 9 o'clock at night, and she's like, I'm going to go visit, one of the teens. We're going to their home to help them get to that next level. I'm like, wow, this girl is always on fire. And I love that you're always ready to help the youth, really anybody. You're ready to help anybody in the community. So that's why I wanted to showcase you and let everybody know about your nonprofit and how they can get involved. So let's talk about where they can reach you for the nonprofit, and then also your upcoming events.
Oh, I appreciate that. So my direct number is 210-446-8663. I commonly like to say I don't have banker's hours. Doesn't matter what time you call, in the morning or in the evening, I'm going to answer the call, or I'm going to text you and find out when I can call you back. Our website is www.iad, for It's Already Done, Ministries, which is plural with an S.com.
And you also have a bowling event coming up.
We do. February the 10th, we have a bowling event. It is a Christian event. It's bowling at Live Oaks off of Callahan.
Okay.
It's going to be 3 hours from 1 to 4, and it's $25 per person. You can either choose 1 hour or you can choose all three. We will provide food as well. And it's just going to be a wonderful event. And the money that we're using that for, once we take care of overhead, all of that will be used for the following month. We are in contact with all of the transition homes, children's homes, grandparents with grandkids. We'll be hosting them to come out and experience the same event, but in a private area for their setting.
Wow, I love that. And don't be fooled. She has her calendar all the way through December filled.
Yes.
So you're going to be seeing a lot more of Miss Rosalind doing a lot of great things with Inspiration for Life. And I love this amazing partnership that we have.
I love it.
Going on for many, many more years to come.
Yes.
And she was also our cover of Inspiration for Life magazine. So you can go back to our website and check it out. She's our cover girl. She's one of our cover girls. So, and again, I really, truly thank you for everything that you do for the communities of San Antonio. So we wanted to spotlight It's Already Done Ministries and, of course, yourself, Miss Rosalind. And thank your team. You know, you have an amazing team.
Yes, it's not just me. Typically, you see me, but there's a whole group of people behind me that are really, really making this entire organization look amazing.
Yeah,
so
we got to give them a shout out.
Oh, absolutely.
We know a little bit about everybody, and they're all truly amazing. Our next upcoming event is the conference, the Beauty in Unity Conference, which will be taking place at Brick at Blue Star. So get your tickets, either get with Miss Rosalind or with myself. That way you can be a part of the Beauty in Unity Conference. So.
And you don't want to miss it, because last year it was pretty amazing. And so I'm looking forward to doing that again this year.
And thank you so much.
Absolutely. And I do want to give a shout out. We did not know until December 28th that we are birthday twins. What's the chance of that?
The same day.
Yes.
I love it. And then you showed up on the last show to, celebrate with me. So
it's amazing.
I thank you for that. And also one more time, the website, how they can reach you.
So the website is iadministries.com. And then my direct number is 210-446-8663.
All right. Well, thank you, Ms.
Thank
Rosalind.
you so much.
I
love you too. Take care.
I'm Xander, and with me Amelia, and this is Xander's Choice. Today I have made an Indie Darling, which is a drink I just created today based off of Ariel, who was singing for us. So what we have in this drink is going to be a pina colada, but with a bit of a twist. So you're going to have mezcal, some Saint Germain, a little bit of Bacardi, some slight pineapple juice, a slight orange juice, and then some cream of coconut. And so come on down to meet Amelia and try the Indie Darling.
Hello, my name is Ariel Curran. I'm a local singer-songwriter from here in San Antonio. This next song I have for you is one that I wrote called Who Knows? Hope you guys like it.
What I should do, cower back or pursue the loving pain of this world. Spirits of the winter sea, something believes in me first. I know that it sounds crazy, but I'm hoping that just made me off my own. find my way. Even if it takes some time, I'll try my best to unfold and have better days. I'll try my best to keep it chill and keep it to my own as it goes. Hoping I live with no worries, living without a hurry. Who knows?
This one's called Coffee Break.
Tasting bittersweet to me. Left in the box and it's in the the truth would all be close and never let me go. And then you left me like those other loves so true. You know.
All right, everybody, we are back live on air with Rita. I am here with the lovely Ariel Corinne,
Thank you for having
an
me.
amazing talent, beautiful singer, songwriter. You're just a true talent here to San
Thank
Antonio.
you so much.
But you know what? Also around the world, girl. Your music
I
is
know.
playing on our radio
I
station.
know your international radio station.
So you're internationally known.
Yes, no, I look at my Spotify stats and I see people from Finland, Italy, Russia,
Yes.
South America, Central America. So many people listening to my music, and
Yes.
thank you for allowing that to happen.
And that's how we're starting off. She's internationally known. But tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey.
Yes, for sure. Well, again, my name is Aero Corinne. I'm a local singer-songwriter from here in San Antonio. I'm currently based out of St. Paul, Minnesota, as I'm going to college for music and biology, so still pursuing it. But yes, I became a musician, or I've always been a musician. I've always been musically inclined. I've always been drawn to music since I was a young girl, but I really started becoming into the music scene in San Antonio when I was 13 years old, when I got my first ukulele. And from there, it's kind of snowballed, where I went from just playing open mics to now being hired at the San Antonio International Airport, being contracted by the city of San Antonio to be one of their musicians.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love your journey from, when I first met you to today, and you have flourished tremendously. I mean,
Thank you.
you're everything that you do, and again, having your music on our radio station, I get so excited when I hear you. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's Ariel. I mean, and you were also on Ken's Five Great DSA, and
Yes,
you
I
do perform
was.
all over San Antonio. So, what truly inspired you to become a musician?
I know this question is always very hard for me, because I don't really have like a very like pinpointed type of thing. It's like, like some people are just like inclined, they're drawn to something, and I've always been drawn to music. I've always seen it as something that was very comforting, something that was used, like many art forms are used, as a form of expression, and I've always been drawn to doing music, whether it's like being in choirs when I was younger. I'm still in choirs now, and we're trying the violin when I was a preteen, and just like I've always been wanting to do stuff with music. I always like hearing the notes, and I also have this thing called a synesthesia, which is my synesthesia is where when I hear music and I hear even just sounds in general, I see colors, and so it's always been fun to see those colors, and it kind of has aided me in my creative process as well.
And what inspired you to play the ukulele?
So less of an inspiration, and more of like, I could not play the guitar. First of all, I really enjoyed this band called 21 Pilots at the time. I don't really listen to them as much, but they were definitely a big inspiration for me, wanting to play the ukulele, as they use it a lot in their songs, and I wanted to play their songs. But also was the fact that at the time, the guitar that I was practicing on was way too big for me, and it hurt my fingers, and I was just kind of like, I don't want to do this. This is too difficult at the time. And so getting the ukulele was just like kind of my way of not only like being able to be in music, but I had really bad stage fright, actually, once upon a time, where I almost threw up after singing in front of a bunch of people. And after that, I received my ukulele, and that kind of became my safety blanket almost. And I've been flourishing outside of that now. I'm actually the front woman of a rock band in my college town now, so I don't even need the ukulele. But yes, thank you. But it's definitely been something that's like it's comfort item. I love it, no matter what genre of music I play or I try to produce. I always go back to the ukulele.
And I know your rocks are your parents. They're the ones that they're every single time that they're for you. And I love your parents so much. They're truly amazing, and I know they're a big part of your inspiration.
Yeah, no, for sure. Especially because I know as musicians, especially with anybody that is into the creative arts, it can be hard to find people that are supportive of your endeavors and like wanting to do something as not so much of a career, but just something that you want to do. And I know there's not a lot of parents, unfortunately, that are very supportive of creative children. And fortunately enough, my parents are creative. My dad is an artist. My mom was in choirs, but she's a lover of music. And
she's in the background.
Yes, exactly.
With the tambourine.
And so they definitely, when I was younger, they were like, yeah, you should do sports, but you should also do other things. And once they saw, like, when I started playing the ukulele and I started playing at open mics and stuff, they were like, you really have something. We believe in you. And honestly, I wouldn't be where I'm at without my mom and my dad today. They really do a lot of the grunt work. They do a lot of the marketing. My mom makes so many connections, and she really is my manager and momager at heart. She does a lot for me, and then I cannot be more thankful for her help, especially getting me out here and meeting you, Rita, and just so many other amazing folks here in San Antonio that helped me grow as a musician.
Well, your parents get a heart.
Yes.
All right, everybody, we're now ready to taste some amazing food here at Mi Familia at the Rim. And I'm here with one of the amazing staff. I got to know him and meet him during our markets that we have here on a monthly basis. So introduce yourself and let us know what we're going to have here today.
Okay, ma'am, my name is Antonio. Hello, bienvenidos a mi familia. Okay, this is the last plate. I have one crispy taco, one shell guacamole, arroz, rice and refried beans, and beef fajita. You don't like beef fajita, have chicken fajita.
Okay.
Or you like both. And this one has pollo al carbón, arroz, refritos, or charro beans, and guacamole salad.
And I've had your fajitas. They're truly amazing, very tasty.
That's really good. That's the best.
Agreed. So the food here, I pretty much have tried everything here, and I do highly recommend. So all the guests that we've had on the show, guess what? We're all going to have a little taste of everything here at Mi Familia at the Rim. Don't forget to go to their Facebook page, give them a follow, and also visit their website. This is Rita Hernandez with Live on Air with Rita. Get inspired, be inspired, stay inspired.